Hello ladies, happy Friday, Folio Friday. Not sure if this might be the last one. I know I said that last week, but see what happens here. This is what we are going to make today, or what I'm going to make today. It is a little trifold folio. I think this is very pretty actually. I cannot take, I didn't make this up off the top of my head. I followed a video that another creator did. This is one by Julie at Camellia Crafts, and so I thought, oh, I really like that. I'll give that a go. And actually, it was really easy to create, and I think it looks really pretty. I'm going to use a piece of paper from the same pad as this one, but slightly different. Let's move that out of the way. We're going to use these in a little while. Are you buying frame? I think so. I've got you a little bit higher today. These ones I'm going to use to stuff the pockets. So I'll just pop them to one side. So in here I've just got, these came out of this paper pack, which one was it? Not that one. This one, Magnolia Lane. Some of these I'm not sure I'll use very much, but I love this side of the paper. Not so much this side. I don't know what it is about this side. I think it's this. I don't like this. But I love the script and the flowers and everything on this side of the paper. So we're going to concentrate on this side. I'm hoping, as long as I've got it planned out right in my head, that this is the side that we'll show. So, yes. So these bits, these ones and this came from this paper pack. There is a page within that, you can, well, there's a couple of pages you can cut apart into these little cards. I think some of them are very pretty. I love her. I think she is very pretty. That's not why I don't like the other side of this paper. I do think it's that tassel-y thing I don't like. I think that's real pretty as well. So, let's get going. First thing we're going to do is cut this paper down. I'm going to leave that up there where I can see it. Try and keep myself on track. So, big chopper. So, this piece of paper still has the band at the top, so I'm going to cut that off first. Straight would be awesome. Come along, Carla. What on earth are you doing? Where's... Oh gosh, I'm sticking my head under the camera now. 11, 12 right at the end. There? Ish. I'm seriously overthinking this. Yeah, close enough. I love this here though. I really do love that. So that will be going into my scrap drive. Don't know what for, don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'll find something. Right, 6. I hope I'm in camera, I can't actually see it. Oh, just. So now we need to score. Oh my goodness, where did that go? Oh, it's there. I feel like I may have dropped something else as well, but I feel it's my craft knife that I am going to need, of course. Oh, where are you? I might need to just... Oh, it's there. It had fallen into my slipper. Good job I didn't try and put it on. Right. Put the lid back on that so we don't stab ourselves. That was chaotic, wasn't it? Right. We are going to score these at 4 inches in from each end, which would make it 4 and 8. I have a larger scoreboard, but of course, because you know nothing's simple, my larger scoreboard doesn't score in inches, only in centimetres, which yes, I could possibly make it work, but when I tested my theory out, because I scored it and then laid it over the large scoreboard, I couldn't get it to line up, and honestly it's just easier to turn it round. Where am I? 4 inches. So 4, since it's a 12 by 12, it makes it easy enough to do just 4 from each end. Right, that's not where that belongs, that belongs up there. Put that back because we don't need that again. Right, I'm going to crease these. Oh, there's my fold. Like that. And what I'm actually going to do is fold these both ways. Don't know why I'm using my nail. I want to have a bow folder right there. Oh, that's not very straight, is it? Oh, heck. Is that better? Oof. Have I cut this one, Kay? I'm sorry, I keep feeling my phone knock on my head. I think I've cut this a little bit wonky. How many creases, Carla? Right, just go with it. We'll make it work. So, I've got to try and remember how to do... I literally just made this like 20 minutes ago. Maybe a bit more like an hour because I've just been on the phone with my mum. So it shouldn't be that taxing to remember. Except perimenopause. There's a real thing to your brain. Probably should have made notes, shouldn't I? Right, I'm going to fold it back the other way just to... because these don't all fold the same way. Right. So, put that one down that way. That one like that. Then they go around like that. That goes around like that. I think that's right. I believe. Yes. Right. So I need to put a notch in this one and a notch in this one. I have my circle punch at the ready. So I'm going to just fold them over. And then hopefully it's somewhat in the middle. Something like that. Oh, heck. I did not want to... Oh, and I've started it now. Why doesn't that want to... It's only 2 layers of... Oh, good grief. That was harder than it should have been. Yes, I did just try to put that in my scrap drawer, and yes, I did drop it on the floor. Excellent. Right, I am going to ink this up. I think I'm going to pause it and ink it. so as not to make the video very long, bear with me, I shall be back in a flash. Right, I have inked what I think to be everything I need to ink. I think I've inked more than I actually need to ink, so I certainly don't need to do the inside creases, do I? Right, so when I was looking at this, I decided that I do not want to cut off. So the way I had it laid before, which way did I have it laid? I think that was going to go there, that was going to go there, that was going to go there, and that was going to be cut. And I love these flowers, so I don't want to cut those. So I had a little rethink, and I think if I do it this way, that will become that. Then that is going to cut down and be the slanted pocket. And then that is going to become that pocket. I haven't quite figured out which way I'm going to fold it, because technically the slanted pocket should be on the front. Don't suppose it really matters. Anyway, that's gluing onto there because that will look okay as a slanted. I mean, I could do this as a slanted pocket, to be fair. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll cut that one into the slanted pocket because, I mean, there's nothing exciting about that, is there? But saying that, that could then get something quite large and decorative like that. Whereas I wouldn't, yes, that's going to be the slanted pocket. You just got to witness the entire thought process there. Sorry. Right, we are going to glue. I've put this one here because it's easier to go that way than go that way. I don't know why. You want a tiny, straight as you possibly can bead of glue. Because you've got to glue 3 sides on this pocket, this pocket will be marginally smaller than the other one you glue. She is pretty, isn't she? No, do it. Do it. Right. I am aware that I think my cutting and folding has been as wonky as anything, but we will rectify that within the process. I aren't going to fret about it. So that one's going like that. We are going to have to straighten that crease up because otherwise the folio won't fold correctly. That was really wonky, wasn't it? Basically, do better than me. I think this is this the one that I fold about 1,000,000 times as well? So I folded that one about 1,000,000 times and still folded it wrong. No, I think that's the one. Anyway, this, what am I doing? Gluing that down. So this one I only need to glue the 2 edges. I love this corner as well. It's a shame that I didn't like that. I really probably should have just taken that piece of, oh, very wonky. Yeah, keep it as straight as you can. Unlike me. Do as I say, not as I do. And then, even though I've inked all these edges, I think once I've got this glued, I shall go around and tidy some of these edges up. I'm going to, I think, just put it in the trimmer and just try and straighten these edges up because they are not straight. Right, this actually, this is what my, oh, but where's your pin gone for your glue? I'm sorry. Keep saying sorry like it's actually who I'm knocking into. It always makes me chuckle when influencers do that, and then all of a sudden, influencers? Creators do that, and now all of a sudden I'm doing it all the time. Right. So you have to decide where you want your slant. Now, on my other one, I did it quite low. I think on this one, I am going to keep it much higher because I want these flowers. I think what I'm going to do is just go from the corner. I'm not going to come down too much. Maybe there. Yeah, I think that's like light slope there. Right. So from your crease on there. Oh, I was fair bending that one. Make sure you've got all the way through. And then I'd say make sure it's straight, but we obviously know I can't do that. Clearly. Not my forte. Right, I think now I've folded that in. You're not even in camera there. No, I'm not. I know I'm not. I have a feeling none of that was in camera, and I am so sorry. All I did, let's try again in camera. I laid it out, decided I wanted to be above these flowers, put my ruler in place, cut along the edge of my ruler. Oh, at least I noticed my own mistake here. Right. I'm going to ink this edge. And then see which way it's going to fall in. I think we're going to fold that way because I think that looks very nice. Now, in the other one, I put a notch into this pocket. I'm not going to on this one. I just don't feel like that pocket really needed a notch. I did it because Julie told me to. Well, Julie's not telling me not right now, so soz Julie. Love you. Let's just ink on the edge as well, just for continuity. She says while holding everything out of camera. Oh, I might have to look back at this and maybe remake it. Right. Glue. 2 edges again. On the long edge. Oh, super wonky. Make your line as wonky as you possibly can, so your pots, yeah, gosh, words. So your pocket's as small as you can be. Oh, watch me watch this back, and none of it's being in shot, and I'm gonna have to remake it. That would be quite typical, wouldn't it? Well, at least if I have to remake it, you're not going to see any of that embarrassing stuff. Now, do I want it like that? I do quite like that, but that just feels a bit backwards, doesn't it? It's not the way you open a book. I do quite like that. It just doesn't quite lie as flat as I might like it to. Probably because none of you folds are straight, Carla. Right, let's just trim that up. Ooh, sorry, big chopper. Right, let's go this way. Right. Bit further. And then this edge. Because I believe, yeah, that's wonky too. I don't want to take much off. I don't want to open up my pockets. Nope, they're all still sealed. Jolly good. Oh, that's not. Right. So now all that's left is some pocket filling. Right, I did just stop my footage there and just check that I was in camera. And I was! Hurrah! I don't have to refilm it. Because guess what? It is actually Friday. I've not filmed this one in advance. So I really don't have time to have to refilm it all. So, I've made a couple of journal cards. Are we in short? Yes. Made a couple of journaling cards to slot into these pockets. Hopefully they will fit. There's one. And then the other one goes in here. I thought the blue would look okay with the paper because there's quite a bit of blue in with the paper, and I thought the purple tab would also look okay because it's a bit of a purpley hue to it. Right, what are we going to stick on here? Are these in shot? Just about. I like this one. I also like that one. Oh, the bird cage. I am making, I'm sure I've mentioned it time 2 now, a bird themed journal, or I am about to embark on making a bird themed journal. I'm starting to make the bits for it. So that could go there. May the memories of your day fill your heart with pleasure. That's a bit too soppy for me. I like that one too, because that is like this, isn't it? And then we have a couple of bits we can stick in here. Are they in? That one is. So a couple of bits there. Now I don't think that needs any further decoration. I think when you've got such beautiful papers, you really don't always need to decorate them. Do I go with that one there? And that one there? Does that need something? I think on my previous one, I put a large image on the very blank page. See, I don't know that I could do that. And that could be a top tuck. I never seem to do top tucks. I don't love top tucks. Ooh. I mean, is that supposed to go that way or is it supposed to go that way? I think it's supposed to go that way. So that could work. I don't really want a butterfly. I'm all butterflied out after my last journal, I think. I'll have to put those in I have a little plastic wallet filled with all things butterfly. I'm actually considering rounding some of these corners. I think I'd like to round some corners, you know. Let's just put these to one side. These are the things that I want to use. Because I've rounded the corners on these. I did this nice edge here. Do I want that? Quite possibly. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Ooh. Maybe not that corner though. Ta-da. So my issue now is that I do actually I would really like to be able to do these ones, but I don't think it's going to fit. It's too thick. Ooh. Oh. You shall. Oh. just knocked my dauber on the floor as well, and I'm going to need that in a minute. Right, is that all my corners? Is that all of them? I can't do that because it goes at an angle. Oh, yes, right, I need my dauber. Where's my dauber gone? Oh, it's rolled behind my shelves. Can I get it quickly? Oh, I can. Oh, before I go, I might have to show you my bag of fabric scraps after me taking apart my rag rug. I've got quite a lot now. Excuse the flushing toilet, my child's just been to the bathroom. Oh, I do need to inkle on that top of that. These lines again, don't I, where I've trimmed them. That's not a dauber. That's not your ink. Isabel, I'm recording. Thank you. Don't worry, those people. She'll go and ask Alexa downstairs. Right. That way, that way. Are we all inked? Is it all? I think I've gone a little bit heavier on the ink than I intended to. But she says while still applying more ink. It'll be right. Oh, right. Can you hear me bouncing up and down in my chair trying to check if I'm still in shot? I'm a bit warm now after all that stress thinking I'd have to record. For the record, it's 2:25, child. Not that she's here listening to me, she's gone back downstairs. Alright, these are the things. Right. Put that back in there. And then I'm going to have, you see, I think it was the back where I had a big thing stuck. Because I think I just stuck it because I didn't want to, I might leave the back plain, you know. Right. So that does show up there, but once I've got things in my pocket, that then it won't be seen. I think that'll be okay. Right. I feel like I should be doing corners on these as well because everything should now have the same corners. I should probably ink these as well here. I should possibly pause and ink and corner everything, but I'm not gonna. I think I might trim that down a little more so it's more to the line. I'll get my little chopper out and do it on my little chopper. About there. And I think that one's not quite. It's better. This one I shall ink, but I'm not. Scissors. Still not quite straight. Right. That one there. Sure, why not? Don't know if that's where I was intending on having it in the first place, but it's where it's going now. I put all these things in place and then I moved it all, didn't I? Right, I think something like that. And that will be a nice little tuck spot. I'm not going to put anything into the tuck spots just yet. I'm going to let those dry a minute. That can go... Oh, that's already got... You've already done it, Carla. It's in there. Right. So this one's going in the back there. That one I put on 1K. Surprised? Nope. I really haven't cut these all that straight, have I? Let's like get a size gap on there instead of there. Where have I lined that up to? I do want a little bit of the pink around, but I want it to be even. That one doesn't look too bad. I can live with that one. Right. That one there. Or does it go that way? Does it go that way? I think it might go that way, you know. That way. And that way. Oh, I preferred it the other way. What if I do it that way? Can we do it that way? I can if I do these corners. Sure, go for it. Well, creating with me is just pure chaos, isn't it? Oh, that could be a nice little pocket instead of a tuck. Yes. Right, ink. Considering this was just going to be the same as the other one, it's turning out nothing like it. Do we need a little notch in it? I don't think it needs a notch, does it? No. I don't want to cut out of the pan like. Well, that one overly wonky. Not too wobbly. Right, and then, because I've trimmed the corners of that one, I'm going to have to do the corners on this one. Because they're on the same page, they can be seen. They're not on the same page either, they're on the joining pages, but they can be seen next to each other. So we need to make them match. Oh! Somebody at me door. Sounds like my child's answering it. I'll be right back. It wasn't for me. It's okay. It was my 18-year-old's been ordering some things. Right. So, I think we're about there, you know. We just need to find some little bits to put in these. That's... Oh, is that going to fit? No. I think we'll stick that back in there. Shall we trim the corners and ink it? Of course we're going to trim the corners and ink it, because we've trimmed the corners and inked everything. Ink. Bear with it. Back again. all the parenting things to do. Right, just scoop my rubbish off to the side there, ready for me to put in the bin when I finish filming. And those bits. Right, do we know what I've done with my pin, guys? Can you all shout at me if you know where it is? Right, so a lot of these things that I have put, oh, that's very wonky, don't look at that. A lot of the things I've put in, say here and here. So not a lot of the things, 3 of the things I've put in here are from my stash. So I think just in these tucks and this little pocket, I'm going to add things from my stash. These are things from my stash because I don't like these wordy cards. I mean, it's true. A smile is a memory made visible. I'm not saying these things are untrue. I'm saying I don't want to put these into my journal. Not into my journal, into my this folio. Maybe at some point I'll do something soppy and heartfelt, but I'm a bit of a stiff upper-lipped Yorkshire lass, so let's have a look. What have we got that'll fit? Ooh. Do we like that? Is it too green? It's not the right green, I think. It's... are we in camera? Yeah, just about. I do like that, but it doesn't go with this journal. And I think it's going to be too small. I think they'd fit into the large back pockets because it would be okay sticking out there, but we already have journaling cards in there, so I don't want these big things. So they're discounted, although I like this. I could trim that down, put that in there. If I trim it down above those birds, then I can use the birds for something else. Yes, in my bird journal. If I take, how big is this tag? Probably just over 5 inches. If I take 2.5 inches, no, I think it needs to be 3, doesn't it? Is that going to be too small then? Ugh, overthinking again. No, do it. I'm not going to measure it too much. I'm just going to compromise and gone with 2 3/4. Put that there. I haven't got a string or anything in it. Blank on the back for journaling. Thank you, child. I'll put that back in there. What should we tuck up there? I think oh, that one's not too bad. Although I think that's too small. This is on a book page. Yeah, that's too small. Now this I could trim down. I think I like that. Right, if I trim this down into 2, this is currently probably around 5, maybe just shy of 5 inches. So if I go approximately 2.5, then I have one tucked up there, and one tucked in there. And yes, we shall do the corners. And I'm thinking, have I got any rub-ons that might go on here? Ribbons. Let's see. That's empty. Obviously kept that for they're all butterflies. Right. These are our options. I'm thinking maybe the purple. Is that? I think that one's a little too blue and green. I'm thinking the purple. Okay, let's see. I've just had a cup of tea delivered by the child. She came back because she couldn't find the tea bags because the jar was empty, but there was, you know, another tin full of them. Because what self-respecting Yorkshire woman lets herself run out of tea? That don't happen. Okay, I'm thinking something like these. Okay, across the corner there and perhaps there. And that could be enough for this one. Scissors. That one. That one. Right. That's that one. I like it, it's quite subtle. That one. Am I in shot? Just about. I wonder at what point I'll stop wondering if I'm in shot. Probably when I start actually keeping myself in shot. Right. Yes, I like. And then I'm considering one of these long purpley ones with maybe a purpley flower at the bottom. Maybe. Let's do this one first. Let's see what we fancy after we've got that on. It's no wonder I lose my stuff, is it? Oh, that's folded over. Oh no. Well, oh god, it's stuck to me now. Oh well, I think we're going to have to write that as off as a... Oh god. Look at what's happened. Well, I tried to fix it and made it worse. So that one's going in the bin. So maybe we'll go for this long one, eh? Or do we scrap that idea off altogether? No, I want one going up the edge. Good, is this going to be permanently attached to my nails now? I hope you can't hear my neighbour screaming in the street. And if you can, I'm frightfully sorry. Unfortunately, We don't get to choose as neighbours, do we? Right, try again. Gently. Wonder if I pulled it off a little too aggressively last time. Ooh. Up the edge. That one there, I'm thinking I was thinking about the purple rose down at the bottom. Let's cut that out and see what we think. Down there. I don't know if that goes together though. What about if we had that up that edge with the purple rose? Maybe. Maybe. Wonder how long I've been recording for. I can't really check because I stopped and started a new video halfway through. I'll have to patch them together in some sort of, probably in the iPhone movie app, in the movie creator. And I think they should do. Yep. And then let's just put this at the bottom. Am I still in shot? I can't actually see because the sun's shining on the top of my phone. Keep your fingers crossed for me, guys. I'm doing it again anyway. I've come too far now to start again. Right. Oh, never mind. I've got enough of it. Right. Does that need something else up there? Oh, I don't know. Overthinking.com. It'll do. Oh, it's suddenly gone dark. Oh, it started raining, that's why. Suddenly gone dark. Right, let's finish this quick. All done, ladies. Potentially the last Folio Friday, so I hope you've enjoyed it. I am sure there will be something else for us to create fairly soon. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. Bye.